Welcome to episode 79 of the Random Thoughts Show. Special guest, James. Cheers.
Yeah, I'm back.
Exciting. So I thought today we could talk about something we've become pretty obsessed about.
Yeah, definitely.
Is the heat therapy thing. Traditionally, you tend to think of having to be really careful with heat. We were really concerned with how hot it got in here last summer.
Yeah, we were following the Buzzword Victoria guidelines.
Which we'll probably still follow.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
Heat stroke is still an issue.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. A friend of mine and a friend of ours came in, and he's from the AFL system, and he was like, "Oh, this is awesome! It's so hot here." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "This is really good. This is He's like, we're paying thousands of dollars to ship teams to hot environments to train in hot weather because of all the adaptations."
Benefits are huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
So I thought we could talk about that a little bit.
Start with performance.
Yeah, so it's performance.
Performance. Biggest one is endurance, I think. The body gets adapted to, when you're under the heat stress, particularly we're talking about saunas.
Yep.
And intense saunas, like 40 degrees. No, 80 degrees. Yeah, 80 degrees.
Which is hot.
Which is really hot in like 20 minutes, so pretty intense.
Do you reckon
saunas.
most commercial saunas are a bit below that to err on the side of safety?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But the body gets adapted to, mainly it's with the blood. So your glycogen supplies in the muscles, when they get depleted, that's commonly known as hitting the wall. But what the heat stress does to the body is allows a greater amount of blood flow to the muscles, so you're getting more energy, more oxygen, more lipids to the muscles, and you're up to 40 to 50% less likely to run out of those glycogen supplies.
So you just basically made a system where it's better transportation of supplies
to the muscles. Absolutely,
that's so cool. So that's one,
and then along with that, the thermoregulation. So getting the blood flow to the skin.
Yep.
And just cooling the body down, so you can sweat at a lower core temperature for longer. Yep. And just cool the body down like that. Yeah.
So you just get better at just cooling your body. And there's also a benefit in terms of the vasodilation, isn't it? That you're actually getting, in the same way that we stretch muscles a little bit, you're actually stretching blood vessels in a good way, so they maintain elasticity.
Because your heart rate gets quite high in the sauna. So you can get intense sauna sessions, again, can get up to 150 beats per minute. And that's a workout. That's like a moderate intensity workout. You're doing that for 20 minutes.
Do you think there's a benefit above and beyond, if you're comparing a moderate workout, like a gentle run, to doing that? I wonder if there's a benefit for the blood vessels above and beyond just getting them pumping, because you're actually really opening them, because you're getting really hot, so everything's getting really stretched. It's not the same sort of cardiovascular workout you used to, but the blood vessels are still getting that same style of workout. It's just they don't notice the difference. Yeah. Really interesting study on runners. Yep. So they did 2 sauna sessions a week, 20 minutes, 80 degrees post runs. They found a 32% increase in the time it took them to run to exhaustion. Yeah. That's 30. I mean,
32%.
That is not marginal gains.
No,
that is huge.
Not at all.
So walk us through the study design. So they go for a run. For how long?
Didn't go into the details. Okay, we can pull the study up.
Yep.
We can link to the study. I have got it.
Yep.
They went for a run and then straight to the sauna. Hot sauna, 20 minutes. Again, pretty intense. So I say intense a lot because I want everyone to use caution with this.
This is one. Don't run out and just go, saunas, and then have heat stroke and die.
Don't go into 80 degree sauna alone. Would probably be the biggest thing.
Yeah. And it would be a matter of building up, and it would also be a matter of this is not a thing for kids. Kids don't thermoregulate. The system isn't fully functional for kids, so their ability to thermoregulate is massively compromised. So this is kind of an adults only.
Absolutely.
You've got to be able to drive.
Before, that's gone. But 7% increase in plasma volume, and the big one, a 3.5% increase in red blood cell volume, which is basically just like
legal blood doping.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So it's just like you can get this huge benefit. I mean, this is what elite athletes are banned from doing around the world, and you can get it from a sauna twice a week after your runs.
That's incredible. I can't wait to get a sauna. Like, we are committed. My wife and I are committed to getting a sauna as soon as we can afford one. Yeah. You're getting one.
I'm going to get one.
Jacob, I believe, is ordering one even as we
in the
speak.
process of doing it. Yeah.
So the performance benefits are really clear. You're getting a whole bang for your buck there. I think there's the growth hormone. So it's 200% elevation, or up to 200% elevation in growth hormone levels.
Yeah. So it was 3 20-minute sessions a week. Oh no, actually, this is pretty high because they can get up to 16 times higher basal levels of growth hormone in the body by doing 2 1-hour saunas a day for 7 days. Now that's
big.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
They can get 2 times by doing 2 20-minute a day. It's still a lot.
Yeah.
For 7 days, still a lot, but it's effects on, or it's chronic effect on growth hormone just doing 1 a day.
Given the fact, I mean, so context on growth hormone. Growth hormone is the wonder drug that all the drug cheats use because it's hard to get caught with it. It's the one that makes everything just work better. You get like everything just like hair, skin, muscles, you drop body fat. Growth hormone's a magical
build
hormone.
muscle, lose fat. Yeah,
it's a good one. But you don't want to be taking. You just want your body to make its own supply. That's both the safe, legal, and good way to do it. But yeah, if you can get that effect out of it,
absolutely. It also helps with increasing your net sort of protein synthesis.
Okay.
Sort of muscle hypertrophy is that battle between protein synthesis and the sort of reactive oxygen, and which is directly stopping that. And the sauna activates these heat shock proteins, which help to both protect and repair proteins in the cell, which are responsible for every function in the body. And if you can help those proteins keep their structure, repair them and keep their structure for longer, you're more likely to upregulate protein synthesis.
And so that's from a cell signaling perspective. So the heat shock is stimulating an overreaction, would you say, of the
it was
body?
activating like a gene pathway, which then activates a whole bunch of proteins that are designed for protein repair.
And the most, I think I like the analogy that that there are various genetic switches that we can switch that then switch on other things. To me, that's the highest leverage. Is you find a switch that switches on 5 other great switches. So you do an activity that stimulates the growth hormone, and that stimulates this, and then this, and then it's just all these sort of downstream processes.
Yeah, absolutely, like a flow-on effect.
Yeah,
but that's the heat shock protein, and really powerful at that. So the heat exposure for performance, that's the endurance, which is huge, but it's also the hypertrophy as well.
Yeah. So I think if you looked at it superficially, you'd think, you've just gotten better from the sauna because you've gotten mentally tougher and able to tolerate discomfort. Yeah. But it's clearly not just that. With the blood plasma volume, with the red blood cell, like there's definitely going to be that as well. I think they're going to harden you up a little bit in terms of tolerating feeling discomfort. So then when you do run and you're feeling tired, it won't feel quite as bad. But I don't reckon that's more than half the equation. I think it's probably less than half the equation. I think the other side is physiological.
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting side note, almost everyone that does saunas that I notice do it wrong in that they'll do a sauna, they'll go sit in the sauna until they can't quite cope. So they'll get to about the 11, 12 minute mark where it really starts to kick in and they go outside and cool off and come back.
Yeah, that hot, cold.
Yeah, and not necessarily hot, cold. I just go out and take what I've noticed in a few commercial gyms I've been in, just go out and take a breather and come back. Whereas you want to do it, for it to work, to be crystal clear, 20-minute block is the minimum.
Yeah, absolutely.
Minimum, yeah. So I think doing it right is going to be important as well. So performance benefits, so there's, working backwards, there's the growth hormone, blood plasma volume, there is red blood cell count,
increased efficiency in like
the thermoregulation,
resource delivery, thermoregulation. Yeah.
And there has to be too. What a wonder! I wouldn't say it has to be, but in terms of vascularization, like actually growing some blood vessels, like if you're dealing with that extreme heat, that would have to be a stimulus to your body to go, you know what, maybe we need some more.
Your body has to get good at
it's
delivering blood.
It's going to put in more infrastructure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's performance.
There's also, on to finish off performance, there's the runner's high side of things.
You're
more likely to exercise because you're sort of enjoying it more.
Yeah.
So endorphins, they're sort of natural painkillers of the body.
Yep.
Their opposite is dynorphins.
Okay.
And they're responsible for that sort of uncomfortable, hot and sweaty feeling that you get when you're working out.
Yep.
And they directly block the receptors that endorphins attach to that give you that feel good feeling.
Right.
By blocking those receptors, your body's like, right, I need to upregulate the sensitivity of these sensors and create more endorphins. So sauna paired with exercise will upregulate that entire sort of runner's high feeling from exercise.
That's so amazing.
Yeah. So you do, the more you do it, the better you feel. And
So you're giving your body a push, and it's pushing you back. It's paying it back with interest in the other direction.
Yeah.
So interesting. And so from a performance standpoint, but there's an overlap too in that's also a health thing. Like if you're feeling great, like that's huge. That's the performance, and I think most people are going to be like, "Wow, that's
pretty big.
Amazing." That at that point, I was sold.
Yeah, same.
I was like, "This is something that I want to do. I want to be able to." And so my setup will be, I want to get a tiny little sauna in the backyard, so I can do my lift at home, and then as soon as I finish my lift, step straight into the sauna, get those growth hormone levels up nicely, which is really cool. And same thing for after the run. Because I run and then I come home and I do my calf training and then I
That's
stretch
exactly
down.
how I want to take it as well.
Yeah. So that's a pretty good strategy. Let's talk long-term health stuff though, because that's
the longevity.
The longevity
side
stuff's
of things.
really interesting too.
So we'll throw out the big stat to start with.
Yeah.
Sauna 3 to 4 times a week, 20 minutes, 80 degrees, has shown long-term to have a 24% reduction in all-cause mortality.
That's crazy.
Heart problems, cancer.
Like you just
the whole
that
lot.
much, 24% less likely to die of chronic disease, basically.
Yeah. That can be pumped up as well when doing it 7 times, like 7 days a week, up to 40%.
40%. That's just insane. And to be clear, that's a study where they adjusted for lifestyle, they adjusted for socioeconomic, and they adjusted for exercise. So it's not because it would be easy to look at it and go, well, yeah, sure, but that's because all these fit people.
The people at the gym using the sauna.
Yeah. Not the case.
Yeah.
I mean, they are sometimes.
Yeah.
But this study where they adjusted for that. So it's just, with all other factors being equal, if you just saunaed, you were going to change the stats significantly.
Yeah. It's really powerful stuff.
I'm sure part of that is that you are just making the cardiovascular system exercise. Part of it is you're stressing the system. The system is responding to stress it's responding in a positive way.
It's that heat shock protein as well.
Yeah, because that's the special ingredient, isn't it?
Yeah. It's over 200 genes that it sort of regulates, and if you can take care of your proteins, which take care of everything, you're much better off. Your proteins, which are involved in all your DNA transcription, so creating new cells, destroying old cells that aren't working anymore but are still hanging around.
Yeah.
Destroying them. If you can take care of the proteins that take care of everything in the cell, then you're going to be better off long term.
Because it's like you're taking care of the bricks. If a big bridge was built of bricks, you're just making sure that your bricks are all good and that the ones that are decaying a little are being replaced before there's a drama.
Yeah.
That's so cool. There's also, I've read Alzheimer's benefits, but I don't know much about it.
Yeah,
what do you know about that?
I know there's some pretty powerful brain benefits. The two main things that across are the upregulation of norepinephrine and prolactin. So norepinephrine and prolactin, 2 hormones in the brain, 2 very important hormones. Norepinephrine is responsible for that sort of neurogenesis, creating new neurons and new connections. That can be upregulated. So same sort of structure, 3 times a week, 20 minutes, 80 degrees, twofold. So that's pretty powerful.
That's pretty huge.
And prolactin, which is involved in creating the myelin sheaths, so like the insulation around your neurons, which makes them makes them really efficient.
Myelin is magic. Myelin's a really big deal. We need to do an episode on it at some point. So it's like if you've got great myelin, it gives you really good conductivity neurally.
That's the word.
And then you can send these strong signals. It's we talk about grey matter being really important, the brain, but white matter, myelin, the sheathing that encases the neurons, that's a really big deal.
Yeah, so this
So
prolactin.
it actually helps it.
Yeah, prolactin, which is directly involved in creating the myelin and maintaining myelin, upregulated tenfold with this process. And so you're, again, taking care of your neurons and you're creating new ones, new connections, and I think that is the long-term benefit towards those.
Towards Alzheimer's.
Yeah, to preventing.
But also, like what just occurred to me is skill acquisition.
Yeah,
like
retention and
if you said to me, okay, I want to learn stuff, I want to be a ninja learner and just learn and acquire. I want to be able to kick a footy, swing a golf club, shoot a basketball, do everything as rapidly as possible. Like I want something that's going to upregulate my myelin production, the ability, because some people just have it. Like I've worked with athletes where they're way stronger on their third set than their second, and then on their fourth and their third, and it's just like they've got broadband, everyone else has got dial-up. Like and they have a genetic predisposition to laying down. They're good at laying down myelin,
and the whole body's just more efficient.
Yeah, that's so cool. The other thing, and this is a really basic thing too, is that what you're doing is there's certain toxins that you can't excrete. You can't wee or poo out certain toxins, but you can sweat them out. Yeah. So you can sweat out your mercury.
Yeah, mercury's one. Mercury's one. So it's sort of.
And that's if you're a healthy person who eats a fair bit of tuna. Yep. Mercury's a really big deal. Yeah. It's an issue. Yeah. I've known of an athlete who was having major health problems, and very smart naturopath said, I think you should go get your bloods done. And I came back with really elevated levels of mercury.
It's also not just tuna, any of those sort of top of the food chain, higher up the food chain.
Does that mean it's flake as well?
Yeah. Yeah. Anything that any aquatic animal that's eating other aquatic animals, because it's sort of the heavy metals come up the food chain.
It's like compounding interest, isn't it?
So things like swordfish and sharks and things like that are really high.
Because they've lived on a diet of things that were down the bottom of the sea where the mercury is. Yeah. Because it sinks to the cold area. Yeah.
It's just passed up through the food chain, and then you're taking that in. Yeah. So something to be across.
Yeah, and I'm guessing too. There's other toxins that you're going to get out at an elevated rate as well. Absolutely. So the Finns have been onto it for a long time. Pretty much every house in Finland has a sauna. And they have all different types and so forth. If I had the money now, I would be buying one. Like
I get one. Yeah, today.
Yeah. But I think it's just a brilliant way of kind of ticking so many boxes to change your response to training, but also just your kind of health span. Common questions: is infrared sauna as good as?
Doesn't get hot enough.
That's because it's just you're just not getting that shock level that's stimulating the cascading effect.
You really stress the body. It's like people think of saunas. I'll relax and I'll jump in the sauna. You got to treat this type of sauna as a workout. Yeah. Like it's going to be taxing on the body. Yeah.
And you can still, I think the thing is you could do 20 minutes of taxing and then dial it down and, open the door because the heat goes out really quick. Open the door for a minute. Yeah, dial it down. And then do 30 minutes of relaxation and meditate or whatever you like to do. But you've got to make sure if you want the benefits, like with everything, the body responds to stress. Controlled doses of the right type of stress are amazing. Yeah. How do you remember, like your stats game? You're a bit of a dark horse with your stats game.
I drive 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. I listen to some music, but mostly podcasts. And then I get home and I'm fascinated by what I learned, and then I read about it and write about it.
Because your note taking is important for that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got to get my note taking game up. All right, that was awesome. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. There will be plenty of show notes. I'm going to reiterate again. This is really important that you make sure you are an adult, that you are medically cleared to do saunas, and that you are doing it in company and safe. Don't be hurting yourself or dying in the sauna. It's a great thing, and you want to approach it with moderation and caution. Have respect for it.